Native culture, Native knowledge. Hi, I'm Jeannie Green, bringing you award-winning Heartbeat Alaska.
Bringing you national and international Native news, this is award-winning Heartbeat Alaska, the premier Native voice in Native programming.
There's a heartbeat, louder thunder, revolution is in the air. There's a heartbeat deep inside our mother. Are you too cool to care?
Now, with Heartbeat Alaska, here's Jeannie Green.
Hello, welcome to Heartbeat Alaska, Native news and Native information. I'm Jeannie Green. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm glad you did. This is a very special show today. We feature highlights from AFN 1998, the theme, in service to our country. We begin the program with the rousing, very, very inspirational speech by Athabascan Native leader Will Mayo. And then we honor our veterans. Don't go away. It's a wonderful show.
Heartbeat Alaska is brought to you in part by the Division of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse and the Alaska Council on Prevention of Alcohol and Drug Abuse. Together, preventing substance abuse statewide.
And by Ute Air Alaska, official airlines of Heartbeat Alaska. Ute Air Alaska, taking you home.
This year's convention felt different. It was different. It was more inspirational somehow than past conventions. Past AFN conventions have all been very important, but somehow this year's convention stood out. And part of the reason was this speech by Will Mayo.
Doesn't matter if you're Indian or Eskimo or Aleut. I just thank you for lifting me up and reminding me of why I do the things that I do. And these all seem like introductory comments, but I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. These comments go to the very core of a vision. Those elders and those volunteers in those villages and those communities who are spending their time to teach those children the songs and the moves. Those are proud moves, you know that? Those are strong moves. And when you teach them that move, guess what's happening in that young heart? Huh? Can you picture? Can you feel what is going on in that young heart? I think you can, because we witness it here. How many of you had that kind of pride when you were 6, 10, 15? Or did you have something else? You don't have to answer, but I think we know what our experiences were. Many people hid their nativeness, but it was because of years of being beaten down, years of being thought of as inferior, or just plain being invisible, just invisible. And these facts did not come by accident. These feelings that generated in our elders and many adults over the last 100 years did not come by accident. Those were generated by policies and with intent. Make no mistake. When Alaska was a territory after the United States purchased Russia's interest, I say Russia's interest in Alaska, there came people then to scope things out. And among them was a young missionary who came to Alaska by the name of Sheldon Jackson. Now, Sheldon Jackson had a heart of gold, I'm sure. And I think that he had only the best intentions for Alaska Native peoples. When he, as the Alaska's representative, the voice before Congress at that time, not an elected, he was just a representative, and he went back to Washington and he said, I need money. We need to separate the children from these families in order to, and separate them from the language in order to assimilate them into the modern ways. By doing this, we will give the Native people their best chance for survival in the future. This is what he told Congress. Please give me money. I need to start more schools, and our education curriculum will be one of assimilation. We will separate grandchildren from grandparents in order to break the continuum. This is necessary. And Congress gave him money. And so began a sad, sad chapter in Alaska history. The first official policy to Alaska Natives was that of assimilation. Assimilation takes modern forms. I don't denigrate or judge Sheldon Jackson. I think he acted from what he thought was the best thing to do. The problem was, it was somebody else's vision of what you, the Native people, needed. And how many of you know that there are many visions out there today? How many of you know that there are many people in powerful positions who have a vision for you? Some of them, the one that comes to mind, is one people, one state, which translates to mean, as long as we are in the majority, you do what we say. That's what one people, one state means. Make no mistake about it. As long as somebody else besides you is in the majority, and majority rules, you will have to go along. That means that your control over your ancient homelands, your control over your education funding, over your health care, over all of these aspects, your government and your communities, is all removed. And over it is placed someone else's vision of what is best for you. That is the meaning of one people, one state. But I want to tell you that that is not our vision. Our vision is for strong, healthy communities and cultures, for proud children who get up in front of 2,000 to 3,000 people and televisions sets all across the state and proudly dance their native dances and move to their drum beats. That is our vision. I saw up here. That's the pride, that's the strength that's going to bring us through. That's the only thing. I was in the village of Minto this last weekend for Memorial Potlatch. 5 families were holding potlatch. It was a beautiful and wonderful experience. I go to those potlatches because I can leave the city and go back to my roots, and I can hear the rhythms. And I can feel the vibrations in my heart from the drums. But most importantly, I see those kids. First one's up, dancing till they're sweating and red-faced, and having a good time. And like I told the people in Minto, in my life I've enjoyed many kinds of music. Once in a while I enjoy a Beethoven symphony. I tell you the truth. The Moonlight Sonata, what is more beautiful? Indeed. I enjoyed the Beatles. Yeah. I tell you the truth. Later on, it was Led Zeppelin. Today, I enjoy a good gospel song. But I gotta tell you the truth that nothing stirs me in here. Not the German composer or the English rock stars. Nothing stirs me in here like nothing. And I told them that in Minto. And I said, you don't have to worry about making God mad, being a good Indian. God made Indians. You don't have to worry about expressing your faith in Jesus. Jesus speaks Athabascan. You can stand proud in your dances and your songs, and through those expressions, you can bring praise to God, the Creator. By being faithful to who you are, that's what will bring strength, and that's what pleases Him. And you can still go to church and praise the Lord. That's right. That's right. Don't let no missionaries, no preachers tell you that you got to put away your drum or your clothes or your songs. Don't let that happen. Just tell them that they better go deal with it and pray about it, and then they can come back and join us. I'm going to close. I just want to say, those of you out there who are intercessors, and you know who you are, Intercessors is somebody who goes to the Lord in a powerful way. In a powerful way because their life is holy. They aren't hypocrites. They love the Lord with all their heart. And they, when they go, have a special gift of doing that spiritual warfare. I'm asking every intercessor within the hearing of these words to lift up your native people to the Lord, to lift them up. Don't quit, night and day, 24 hours. And you can pray for all of these things. One of the writers in the Bible said, without a vision, the people perish. And another one said that if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, call upon me, I will come and I will heal their land. I believe that.
I believe that too, Will. We'll return in a moment, honoring our Native American Alaska Native veterans. The theme to this year's AFN convention was In Service to Our Country. I congratulate the convention planners for lifting up our Native American and Alaska Native veterans, and by doing so, they lifted us all up.
We will now have the Wainwright dancers do their welcoming dance for the Army veterans.
I think it's probably one of the best things that AFN could have done. I came out of the same era that these veterans came out of as far as the Vietnam War is concerned. Matter of fact, I volunteered for the draft in 1968 and ended up first 1Y and then later 4F. So my intentions were to join, as many of my relatives, my cousins actually did.
So you, in part, we all rather shared in this honor, didn't we, today?
It was one of those emotional experiences that affected everybody, because there's none of us that don't know somebody that didn't go to Vietnam or Korea or World War II. And most Native American families are so deep-seatedly patriotic that every family has probably suffered a loss of some sort in one of the wars.
I served over in Korea in 1957 through 1958, came back, and I got in the National Guard. and I served there until 1957. I served with the 1st Cavalry Division in Korea.
How about you, Charlie?
Charlie Brower. I served in the Navy from 1971 to 74. I was in Vietnam.
Terry Todd from Wainwright. I served in the Army over in Vietnam, 69-70.
I'm William McCutcheon. I'm from Kaktovik, and I served in the Army, and I was stationed at Germany.
I'm Chuck Natkong, Senior. I'm from Heidelberg, Alaska. I'm retired Master Sergeant from the United States Army and the Alaska Army National Guard. I have 25 and a half years. I put 14 months in the Korean War and 12 months in Vietnam. In Vietnam, I was Team Sergeant in the 5th Special Forces Group, and then I was levied over to the 1st Air Cav, Bravo 1st Battalion, 8th Cav. This is a patch here. And I put 5 months there in that outfit.
Hello, Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the flyover together with our geese. I'm glad they contributed as well.
Thank you, AFN Planning Committee, for this year's theme in service to our country. It was a wonderful, wonderful AFN convention. By the way, I'd like to honor my father as well, Gene Blatchford. He served in World War II. If you're watching and you have friends in rural Alaska, let them know that we won't be aired Thursday night at 9. Rather, it will be aired Wednesday at noon and Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. in rural Alaska. Remember to give me a call and let me know what you think. God bless you all. Have a fabulous week, and we'll see you again next week.